Welcome to my very beige apartment. Today I'm sharing with you guys the process of making some framed wallpaper art. Now that I live in Beigeville and have for a couple years, I think it's time to add some color on these walls. So if you guys are new here, hello, my name is Rachel. This is definitely not a topic I normally talk about on my channel. I think talking about this project does tie into finances because I have been searching for another apartment or buy a house. I have been searching for both for many months now, and both the real estate market and the rental market are pretty crazy around here right now, and there's definitely been rumblings of an affordability crisis here in the States. I'm certainly feeling it, and I know many people are as well. In an attempt, I guess, to kind of lessen the feeling of being stuck here, I'm trying to revamp things a little bit, and for me that means bringing some color in here, because when I moved into this apartment, I was very much in my white, clean, minimalistic kind of era. So I was super happy about the entirely beige walls everywhere in here because, well, my furniture is also beige as well. And so I love beige. Big furniture pieces, I'm okay with being bland and neutral. But for example, in my bedroom, all of my linens are white, including a white area rug and white closet curtains. Everything in my bathroom is all white, and out here I have the beige couch with a white blanket, beige throw pillows on top of a beige rug. It's time for some color. Hello, welcome to the kitchen. I'm finally getting around to making this thing because it took me forever to decide on the materials and exactly how I wanted to make it. So I don't think I told you guys what wallpaper I was getting before, but let me just show you. So this one is for the living room. There's two in here, one for the bedroom, one for the living room. I'll link it below. It was kind of expensive. I think it was $66 for one roll, and it is 6 feet long. So real expensive. I love white walls, don't get me wrong, but my living room specifically just needs some more color in it. And you guys know I've been apartment hunting. It's not going well. Prices are insane right now, and I'm also house hunting because I'm open to either option, and that's not going well either. So I'm just feeling very stuck in this apartment. Even though I adore this apartment, you can see it's very sunny and beautiful. I wish I could take it with me, but I just want to be in a different location. And so in an attempt to try to bring some fresh energy or life or whatever into the place, I wanted to add a pop of color, and I got a new emerald green chair that you guys have seen me film in a few times, and I got that chair to match this wallpaper because I knew I wanted this wallpaper before I wanted the chair. It's green, it's jungly, it's beautiful. I have used renter-friendly wallpaper like peel and stick before, which both of these are that I got. Oh yeah, so that's the green one, and let me show you the bedroom one while I'm talking. But I've used that before, and it was in an older home, so that might be why. But when I peeled it off, it like peeled the outer layer of the sheetrock with it as well. So putting up temporary wallpaper now scares the crap out of me, and I don't really want to do that. I wanted something that was more mobile, but like a piece of artwork. So art is something I struggle to buy or even find because I feel like it's so expensive. I forget where I originally saw this idea of like framing a piece of wallpaper, but it's pretty genius. And of course you can go to Pinterest and find 20 different ways to do it. So I've kind of been lost in the weeds about what's the best method that I want to do, because people get really elaborate with it and get real fancy and expensive, and I'm just like, no, like the wallpaper itself is expensive enough, and this sucker is going to be 6 feet long by 25 inches, which is really random. So I've been putting off buying art because it's so expensive and hard to find what I like. These wallpapers are not everyone's taste. I know that. This is the bedroom one. It's really crazy. I have no idea why. I like it. So like I said, I was researching different methods, and I just wanted a cheap option, which many people do like a foam core board backing and then put trim around it. So that's what I've got in addition to those two wallpapers. I got this magenta to go, now that I've rolled it back up, to go with the birds. Oh, there we go. Because, you know, their head has hints of magenta. I think that'll be pretty in the bedroom. And then I got the green was so hard. I was like, there's so many greens in this. It's going to be so easy to find one that matches. No, wrong. These are both Bear. I just got samples from Home Depot. This color is the Bear Diva Glam. And this is the Bear Sparkling Emerald. So it's like, it's an okay match. Again, it was really freaking hard. It took me a long time in the paint aisle, but I think these will be fun. The trim I also got at Home Depot. It is just like that really small, I think it was 1.25 inches wide, but just really lightweight. And this is just like the scalloped edge, I think it's called. So I got this one to go around the green, and I'm gonna cut it obviously to what size I need and make 45s. And then I got this one that has, oh Malanta, can you see that? I cannot tell. This one has like that leafing detail, which is originally the one I wanted to get to go with the around the green, but I thought that'd be too much leaf on leaf. So I got this one. There was not many options. There's a lot of trim, but a lot of it's thick and heavy, and I just want all of this to be really lightweight. So I got this one, and so this will be painted with the magenta and go around the parrots. And I'm gonna do this living room, the green one first, and then worry about the bedroom ones. I figure if I don't end up wanting to go with that trim, I'll just return them. So I kept the receipt, of course, because I wanted to share the price of all this because we're on a budget. So like I said, I'm gonna be doing foam core board. I think. These are from Walmart. They're all a bit wonky. I don't know how this is gonna go, to be honest. But these are just their foam boards, 20 inch by 30 inch. So I'll need, I forget, 4 or 5 of them. They'll have to go the long way to go behind the green wallpaper. And then I'll need more later down the road when I do the bedroom ones. But these were 98 cents each at Walmart. So that's pretty good. If I need 5 of them, that's $5. It was the trim and the wallpaper that were pretty expensive. Like I said, this guy was $56, I think. Yeah, the trims, the little leaf print ones for the bedroom, these are all 8 foot long pieces, by the way. The leaf print ones were $8.98 a piece for the 8-foot piece, and I got 2 of those, so $18 for those 2. And then these guys were $10.28 each, and I got 3 of them, so that was $30.84. $5 for the foam core boards, $56 for the wallpaper itself. So what did I say? $56 for the wallpaper plus $30.94 for the trim plus $5 for the foam core. $94. Oh my god. That's a lot. Oh, I had wood glue on hand already. I'll glue the trim on and glue the corners. I'll paint the trim before I glue it on. But again, I agonized over the appropriate method for doing this, but I think what I'm gonna do is just lay them down, and I'm gonna have to just find a way. By find a way, I mean use packing tape. Just tape them together flat and try to. It's gonna be hard because the foam core boards are wonky and they're not perfectly straight. I mean, they're not bad, but I'm gonna have to trim them up a bit. But I was thinking packing tape just to kind of minimize this seam. So I'll do that now. I'm just gonna lay these out on the floor and roll out the wallpaper on top of it and get the appropriate length, trim the trims, and try to tape these together and just hope they're straight. Hopefully it should help everything lay flat once I get the trim on and glued. What I'm gonna do is overnight lay it flat on the floor and put some gentle weight on it just to let everything dry as flat as possible, and I'm hoping that'll help straighten out the foam core boards. we're back. Sorry about the offensive lighting, but we were losing daylight. But we're all cut to size. And by the way, I used a handsaw and this like, whatever this thing is called. I don't know its correct term, but it helps you cut straight and 45-degree angles. Thanks, Dad. I'm gonna paint these first, but then I think once they get a healthy dose of glue to the back of them, and then glued in place and let to rest overnight with a little bit of weight on top, I think everything is gonna dry perfectly straight. And then in the morning, I'll trim off the excess foam core board. It's just such a beautiful wallpaper. It's just gonna be such a lovely pop of color on that wall behind where I film, so you guys get to see it all the time, whether you like it or not. So. Such a pretty color. I know it's a little weird with the lighting in here, but first coat done. It's the next morning. I had it laying on the floor overnight drying with, I just put a few books around the edges to lay the trim flat. Not a whole lot of weight, but a little bit, just because I was nervous this would peel up. I didn't know how good wood glue would stick to the foam board, but it's got paper on the outside, so I figured it'd be fine, and it turned out fine. It appears to be stuck all around the edge. Now I just need to figure out the best way to get the excess foam board off. I don't know what was up with this one piece of poster board, but okay, no, it was two. That sucks. That looks awful. Oh my god, that was like such shit. But it's okay. We're gonna go with it. We're gonna go with it. We're dedicated at this point. It's gonna add color and pop to the wall. That's really the end goal here. Not get hung up over what the back side of the trim looks like. It's not even gonna be something anyone notices until I point it out to them, probably, so who cares? She's dry, yay, gorgeous, oh my god. The trim color isn't as bad as I was thinking. It matches pretty good with like these leaves. Not all the leaves. I mean, there's so many different greens in this thing. And of course my prisms aren't helping. The edge is a little rough. Let me spin it a little bit. As I talked about when I was trying to cut it, I don't think you can... It's not so bad. It's not so bad. It's just a little rough if you're staring at the edge of it. Again, I think it's going to be pushed back against the wall in a way that you won't necessarily notice unless you're looking for it. I love it. I think it came out beautiful. I cannot wait to slap it on that giant white wall space behind me. Figure out where exactly I want it. Oh, it's so cute. Okay. So it did not dry flat. It is, maybe you can tell, it's like bowing out from the wall a little bit on this corner. So I'm just going to put a command strip behind it here and behind it here just to really secure it down. Honestly, this thing weighs so little that command strips just holding even just the top of it against the wall are gonna be totally fine. I just got, I have the Velcro one. Oh my gosh, sunlight, please. The Velcro ones. So I'm just using those. I think that's so pretty. As I've mentioned, I've been hopeful about moving, so I've been putting it off thinking, why bother to decorate this place if I'm going to be moving soon? But obviously that's not panning out, and that's like a whole other topic I want to cover is about this housing affordability situation, and it's been bumming me out. So this is me attempting to reinvigorate the energy in here and just be okay with not moving as fast as I would like to, but it's just stunning. Now, again, this whole thing is 6 feet tall, so on camera you can't really always appreciate the fullness of it, but I don't know, I just thought it was a really fun project to add some color and art into a space when art itself is so damn expensive. So $97, I think we calculated the other night in total on this thing. But the huge bulk of that was this sheet of wallpaper, and definitely splurged on it because I loved it. And I picked this wallpaper out before I bought this chair. So it was $97 for this 6-foot piece of art that, frankly, if I get sick of it one day, I can throw a different wallpaper in it and slap some different paint color around the outside. Like, the structure is here, I can change it up whenever I want to, which is cool. And you can make that so much more affordable by picking a cheaper wallpaper, which there are tons of options nowadays, both permanent and the peel and stick kind. So many options, and you can definitely do it for so much cheaper. But for reference, again, this sucker was 97 bucks, but this very small print from Etsy, which is stunning and gorgeous, and the gold detail in it is embossed, and it's like a raised detail. It is absolutely stunning. But that print alone was also just under $60. And then the frame, I got a real glass frame because cannot stand cheesy picture frames, which is all you can get at the stores nowadays. But I splurged on this nice glass one because this was an expensive piece and I love it. So all together, I think the frame was another 25 to 28 bucks. I'll link it below. It's gorgeous. It's a really pretty gold detail I got off Amazon. And then this mushroom guy, that was $55, but that's like homemade by a local artist. It is chunks of abalone and mussel shells, I believe, is where they got the purple, and they pressed it inside of glass and then built the frame around it. So it was expensive for a reason, and I am in love with it. But basically, cost per size, this guy could be incredibly cheap. And I'm excited to do the other wallpaper and magenta trim in the bedroom, and I can't wait to share that with you guys when they're done. But as I said earlier, there are scraps of the trim left over, and I'll show you right now what I want to do with these scraps. We're on the other side of the room now. That's my art. We are at my computer station. These 2 prints I got this summer, and I absolutely love them. But I have been waiting to come across cheap frames someday. Nope. Frames are so expensive, and these are kind of unique sizes too. I've not found frames, and so I've just stuck them on the wall in their plastic sleeve using a command strip. But I think these are the perfect opportunity to use scraps from this project. I have 2 that size that I was just holding. Oh, watch the ceiling. And then one that's quite a bit longer, so that'll be good. And then that is absolutely a way cheaper frame option than trying to buy new ones. So I think when I film from now on sit downs in my apartment, this is going to be your visual, if anyone cares. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. I think it's so beautiful, and I'm loving the pop of color in here. It's just so fitting. You can't see them out of frame here, but it's like in front of all these windows are tons of plants, and it just is all very green and happy. So yay, I'm so happy about this. When the light hits it at a certain way, I guess you can get a hint of that packing tape seam, but not really. No one cares. It's beautiful. I'm excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you in my next one. Bye.